Howdy, folks, and welcome to another day in the Milky Way. And tonight we got a great show for you. But I am going to have to skedaddle because there's something come up real quick, and I will be back. But my co-host is taking over, David Null, Hawkeye Two Feathers. Thank you very much, and it's all yours.
Okay, and go chase those goats and bring them in safely.
I will.
All right. So, an unplanned hi, how y'all doing today on a Thursday at 10:10 in the evening time, Eastern Standard, Eastern, um, 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 Eastern Forward Time. I can't think of the dadgum word. Old age does that to us folks. So I cannot see the live stream comments. So anything that you say in there, I can't see. So, but with that said, I welcome you all to any who might be watching. I am Hawkeye Two Feathers, also known as David Null, and I greet you. But Robert had to leave. We greet you with the love and the honor of the infinite Creator. And we continue to pray that each and every day that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and all of the good stuff from the Creator. So, with that said, I did not know that Robert was having goat issues tonight. It got a nanny and a little one um, walking the fence line. And I've had issues like that before, and you got to deal with them right away. You can't just say, well, I'll be there in a minute. No, in 1 minute's time, goats and things can disappear, and I would hate for him to have that happen. So conversely, I'm having issues with the computer because um, it has been on automatic update with Windows, and Windows has done something to my settings. So I am here. If I touch anything, the computer's going to lock up. So um, I have had this book, and I think it's a book that dear Robert sent to me, and um, I have had it down here, and I quite frankly had forgot about it. And so it's a book called Life Among the Paiutes. And what I want to do is read a section of this to give you an idea of what was going on back in 1875. Okay, so here we go. Now, I don't know if you can see the cover of this. It looks backwards to me. But Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins, Their Wrongs and Claims. And I was looking for copyright Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins, 1882. So this was written not after the time of when she's speaking, because I'm going to introduce things um, here in chapter 6 called the Mal Hewer Agency. Life Among the Paiutes with Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins. In 1875, I was in Camp Harney, Oregon, to see my father. It was in May. I had not been there but a little while when my brother Lee came from Malheur Agency, bringing me a letter from the agent, Mr. Parrish, inviting me to come to Malheur Agency and act as his interpreter to my people. Now, this is Sarah speaking. She's writing this. So she's the interpreter to her people. After I read the letter, I told my father I should not like to go there, but my brother Lee would not hear to my refusing. Then I asked my father if he would go with me. He said, "Yes, dear child, I will go with you." So we got ready very early one morning, for we wished to make it in one day. It was 50 miles east of Camp Harney. We traveled all day and got to the Malheur Agency late. 50 miles up in one day. Mr. Parrish was very glad to see us. He gave me a very nice little room to live in and said he would pay me $40 per month to talk for him. I took that offer, for I had no other way of making a living for myself. Therefore, did not give me a place to interpret for them. So I went to work. My people, who had been under the other agent's care, did not know how to work. This reservation in Oregon was set apart for my people in 1867. I am quite sure there had been one agent before Mr. Parrish, and that he went to stealing very badly. His interpreter, my cousin, whose name is Jari, reported his doings to the officers at Fort Harney in Oregon. So Colonel Otis sent some of his soldiers under a lieutenant with directions to go there and stay and watch him. They had not been there but a month or two when the lieutenant went to the agent and said, "I want to buy some clothes for my men." So the agent sold him and his men some flannel shirts at the rate of $3 apiece. This was so reported to the Commissioner of Indian Affairs. So you see, the soldiers are our friends at all times. Let me read that sentence again. So you see, the soldiers were our friends at all times. After the agent was discharged, Mr. Parrish come to take care of my people. And then my poor cousin Jerry was taken sick with sore eyes. And my brother Nentez sent him to San Francisco to be under a doctor's care. So Mr. Sam Parrish had no interpreter at the time that he sent for me. Then he and I called my people to his office and began to talk to them about work. First, he said, "Now you are my children. I have come here to do you good. I have not come here to do nothing. I have no time to throw away. I have come to show you how to work, and work we must. I am not like the man who has just left you. I can't kneel down and pray for sugar and flour and potatoes to rain down as he did. I am a bad man, but I will try and do my duty and teach you all how to work so you can do for yourselves by and by. We must work while the government is helping us and learn to help ourselves. The first thing I want to do is make a dam and then dig a ditch. That is to irrigate the land. Some of you can dig the ditch, some can build the dam, some can go to the woods and cut rails to build fences. I want you all to work while the government is helping us. For the government is not always going to help us. Do all you can until you get helped, and all you raise is your own to do with as you like. I'm going to read that sentence again. Do all you can until you get helped, and all you raise is your own to do with as you like. The reservation is all yours. The government has given it all to you and your children. I will do more. Now, this is Mr. Parrish speaking, right? I will do more. I lost my spot. I will build a schoolhouse, and my brother's wife will teach your children how to read like the white children. I want 3 young men to learn to be blacksmiths, and 3 to learn to be carpenters. I want to teach you all to do like white people. You see, the poor white man has no one to help him. He gets some land and he works it as best he can. Now, you see, the government is good to you. What a lie. It gives you land for nothing and will give you more. That is, it will give you clothes and a store. And I want you, the chief of the Paiutes, to ask all your people to come here to make homes for themselves. Send out your men everywhere and have them come to this place. This is the best place for you all. And as soon as we get started, I will write to your father in Washington to send us a mill to grind our grain. We will raise a little something this summer. We can plant some potatoes and turnips and watermelons. We will not plant wheat because we have no mill, but we can raise barley and oats. Now, this is my 10 cents on this to interrupt with this. You know, the great white father in Washington is going to give us, Now, you got to understand, to the Indians, they already had the land. The land already belonged to them. So here he is saying that look how much the great white father has given you, land. And if you act right, while the government is behind this enterprise, he's going to help you more than he helps the white man. So he says, It gives you land for nothing and will give you more. Land for nothing, where the white man has to pay for it, right? So much an acre. So, my dear friends, I cannot see the chat. So I hope this is somewhat entertaining for you. But this is the beginning. Remember, this is 1875. And this is Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins who has written this story. So going back to the book here, Mr. Perry says, we can plant some potatoes and turnips and watermelons. We will not plant wheat because we have no mill to grind, but we can raise barley and oats. Now Sarah says, my father said to his people, what do you all think of what this man, our new father, Mr. Parrish, says? The sub-chief, Egan, said, for my part, I think it is very good if he will only carry it out. There has been so much said that has never been fulfilled by our other agent, the Indian agent. But we have no other way only to do what we were told to do. Oates, you have your men. I have my men, and our father Winnemucca has his, said Oates. I am not going to work. I and my men have our own work to do. That is, to hunt for our children. You all know we don't get enough to eat. Sarah says, of course I told Mr. Parrish everything, each of what the sub-chiefs had said, and so did my father. Mr. Parrish said, all right, Otis, you can do just as you like. My father got up and said, my son Natchez says, if we do not do as we are told by the white people, we will not get along at all. My children are talking for you all, and they tell us just what our white fathers say. We will all work at whatever our white father says we must work at. Egan said, yes, we will work. I and my men will go into the timber and cut rails. My father said, I will take the rest of the men to go to work up upon the ditch. One of the men belonging to Otis said, we will work. Let this man go. He meant Otis, who was always getting us into trouble. So my people went to work with good heart, both old men and young women and children. We were as happy as could be. They worked 5 days. When Mr. Parrish told me to go and call them in, I did as he told me, and they all came in. He told me to tell them how glad he was to see them so willing to do as he had told them. He said, I don't like to see the old men and women work, and they must not do it. The men are too old, and the women must not work in the field like the men. They can work in another way. They can cook for their husbands and have their meals ready at noon and at supper and early in the morning. But the old men would not mind. They worked on with the rest of the men. My people got flour and beef and sometimes beans. As for myself, I had to pay for my board, as I was making a great deal of money. That is, I was making $40 a month. At that time, I only had $15 a month. The ditch was getting finished. It was 2.5 miles long and 10 feet wide, and they were getting it through nicely. They were only 6 weeks at it. This is quite a contrast to our Pyramid Lake reservation. They only got 3 miles of ditch on that reservation, which is 23 years old. They'd been building a dam and a ditch all this time. There had been 12 different agents during that time who taught them nothing. When my people had finished the work Mr. Parrish gave them to do at the Malheur, he sent for Egan to come in with his men. They came 2 days after. The next day, Mr. Parrish sent for all the rest to come. They did so, and after they had sat down and smoked, he said to me, "Sarah, you may tell your people that I am glad to see them so willing to work. Your other agent told me that you would not work, that you were lazy." My father broke out laughing. They all laughed and said, "What can they expect from women who have never been taught to work?" Our father, Parrish, went on talking and said, "They're considering this white guy their father, right? So interesting. All of my people say that you won't work, but I will show them that you can work as well as anybody. And if you go on, we have started, maybe the big father at Washington will now give us a mill to grind our corn. Do all you can, and I know government will help you." Government. Do all you can, and I know government will help you. I will do all I can while I am with you. I'm going to have a schoolhouse put up right away so that your children can go to school. And after you have cut your hay, you can go out hunting a little while and get some buckskins. I know that you would like that. My father said to his people, "Now, don't you think this is the best father we have ever had in all our lives?" They're considering Mr. Parrish their father now. One and all of them said, "Yes, and we are all ready to do what he wants us to do." So they all went to him and shook his hands, and his brother's hands too, for Charlie Parrish and his lovely wife. Mrs. Parrish is dearly beloved by my people and myself. She is a beautiful lady as well as a good one. Oh, if they had stayed with us for 5 or 6 years, my poor people would not have suffered so much. And those who have been frozen to death would be living today. Now we wanted a road because our flour must be hauled here for the winter. My people went to work with good heart. In this way, we lived for 5 months. We were happy and contented. In the month of September, we had some visitors. They were Columbia River Indians, and they came to trade with my people every summer. They said, "We come to trade with you for your furs and your buckskins. We will give you horses for them. My people said they would ask their fathers before they would trade with them. The Columbia River Indians were angry at this and went off. In other words, the Indians used to trade back and forth until the white man came. So my people said they would ask their fathers, meaning the white man, before they would trade with them. And that just ticked them off, right? The Columbia River Indians were angry at this and went off. These Indians knew the value of the furs. They did not want our white father to know about their trading with us. The Indian who had said he would not work, Otis, went off with them, and they stopped about 30 miles away. Then the Columbia River Indians gave Otis 3 horses, telling him to come back and get some of his men to come and trade with them. They would wait there for them. So Otis came back and told our people to go with him to the Columbia River Indians and trade. He said, "Take everything, your furs and blankets and buckskins too." My father and Sub-Chief Egan came to me and said, "We have come to tell our father, Mr. Parrish, what Otis is doing. He wants us to go to those bad Indians and trade with them." Egan said, "Yes, they are our enemies, and we must not have them coming here, for they will bring us trouble. We are afraid of Otis. He is a very bad man." Miss Sarah said, "Mr. Parrish, everything that Father and Egon had said about Otis. Our good white father said the same thing as my father did. He said the Columbia River Indians were always making troubles, and it was best that they should never come to the reservation at all. Father, Mr. Parrish, and Egan said, 'Our good father, we are afraid of Otis, because he says he can make all of us die here.' Last winter, we had some kind of sickness, and a great many of our children died. He said it was he who was making us sick, and he told us to pay him or else we would all die. Every one of us paid him, but a great many of us died anyhow. Well, I will talk to Otis. You must not be afraid of him. I will see to him," said Mr. Parrish. He told Egan to tell Otis, to come over, but while my father and Egan were talking with our agent, Otis took 30 men off with him to the Columbia River Indians. Everything went along very nicely, and Otis came back with his men about 21 days afterwards. Our agent sent for them all to come to him. After my people gathered together, he got up and said, "Now, my children, I'm glad that you have been so obedient. You have all done well but one, and I am sorry for him. But I think he will be good also. I know he will be ashamed of himself by and by. I want the men who cut the hay to come and stand on one side." They did so, 6 in number. Now those that cut grain, there were 10 of them. Now there are 2 stacks of hay. How many stacked the small stack? 2, said he. Then the big stack? 4, said they. All right, the small stack will be mine. I have 2 horses, and I will pay you for that stack. The big one is yours. There are 6 horses and 2 mules that work for you. And if it is a hard winter, you could feed your ponies too. And I will also pay for part of the grain. I want you to understand me, he said. The 2 horses are mine, and the 6 horses and 2 mules are yours. The government has given them to you. That is why I will pay you for what you cut. And the money I give for the grain, I will give to you, to your 2 chiefs. That is, to your father Winnemucca, and to Egon. Then he stopped and asked, Is that all right? My people, one and all, said, Yes, all right. He then asked the 2 men how many days they took to cut and stack the hay. The men said, 8 days. Very well, I will pay you $1 a day. Now I want to tell you something more. If you work for me or any of my men, we are to pay you for it. If you cut or pile wood, we will pay you for it. If I send you to Canyon City for myself or my men, you shall be paid for it. He asked them if they liked his law. They all got up and said, Troki, Troki. That means very well, very well. Then he paid $8 apiece to the 2 men for the hay and gave my father $20 and the same to Egon. He then said, How many of you want to go out hunting? They said, We would all like to go. Well, you can go and don't stay too long, because your potatoes will be ready to be dug. So he gave each man a can of powder and some lead and caps, and also to each one a sack of flour. Oh, how happy my people were that night. Oh, that night we all got together and had a dance. We were not so happy before a long time. All the young people went on the hunt, and the old stayed and drew their rations right along. The carpenter went on with the schoolhouse till he had to stop on account of having no lumber to go on with. At last my people came in with their ponies, laden with dried venison. My father did not come in. He sent word by Egan to me that he would go to Pyramid Lake Reservation to see the rest of our people there. So I was left all alone. I felt very badly because he went away. I was afraid of OTs, but I don't know why. OTs did not get any powder to go hunting with. Some of his men gave him some after they all got in. Mr. Parrish told me to tell all of my people to come next day to get their rations. While I was there talking to Egon, OTs came and said, I want to talk to your father, as you call him. Tell him I and my men are going to live with our brothers, that is, the Columbia River Indians. I cannot call that white man my father. I couldn't either. My father was black, like myself, and you all are white, but me. And therefore, tell him I quit my country. I said to Egan, I will go. Egan said, I will go with you. When we had got over the river, we looked back and saw Otis coming. I said to Egon, I am afraid of that man. Oh, he said, he is nobody. Don't you mind him at all. If he can make you afraid of him, that is all he wants. But if you are not afraid of him, he will be one of the best men you ever saw. We will tell our agent what he said to us. Otis came riding fast and overtook us. You are our good teacher. Don't you think our agent has treated me badly? And do you blame me for wanting to go away? I said, Otis, I have lived a long time with the white people, and I know what they do. They are people who are very kind to anyone who is ready to do whatever they wish. You see, is kind, but you. Why can you tell me? I said to him. He said back, I don't know. You want me to tell you? I said. He would not say, and I would not tell him until he said he knew why. We got off our horses and went in to talk with our agent. I told him everything that Otis had said. Our good white father said to Otis, I am heartily sorry that you have such a bad heart. Let me tell you, Otis, if you want to get your young men into trouble, you can. I have not come here to make you do what you do not want to do. I came to tell you all that government is willing to do for you. And if you will not do it, I cannot help you. I have been here to teach you all how to work. And now you want to take your men away with those bad Columbia River Indians. They are just like you. They don't want to work like other people. Now, the sooner you go, the better. I don't want to say anything more to you. Go now, said Parrish. And after he was gone, Mr. Parrish said to Egan, you will all get your rations, and day after tomorrow is Sunday. On Monday, I want you all to come here. We will dig our potatoes, and some of you must make a place to put them in. On Monday came men, women, and children, and they went to work to dig potatoes, and everything was put away for the winter. They were told to come and get their potatoes whenever they wanted to, and soon my people were called again. This time, women and children were to come too. What a beautiful time we had all day long, issuing clothing to all. 10 yards of calico to every woman, 10 yards of flannel for underwear, and unbleached muslin also to every woman. Pantaloon goods were given to the boys, handkerchiefs, shoes, stockings, shawls, and blankets. Men got shirts, pants, hats, looking glasses, and shoes. Some red shirts, some got red blankets, some white. They got whatever color they liked. It was the prettiest issue I had ever seen in my life or have seen since. Everybody got something but two, one man and one woman. He would look at me and smile, but he did not say anything till it was all over. Mr. Parrish did not say anything to him. Everybody was gone but Otis and myself. We have not we have not white father's lips, I said. No, we are two bad ones. Bad ones don't need any pity from anyone. He laughed and went away. That same night, my cousins came over and said, Otis is coming. He's coming over to kill our agent. We have said everything to him. We have given him our blankets, but that won't do. What will we do? I said, we will tell Mr. Parrish. So I ran and told him, and he told his brother and all his men, 6 altogether, and 3 women, the doctor's wife, C.W. Parrish's wife, and her servant girl, and 3 children, 12 white persons among 700 Indians to come. Our good agent sent for Otis to come over the next morning. Egan brought him, and Mr. Parrish said to him, Otis, I have $300. If you will let me shoot at you, if my bolt won't go through your body, the money is yours. You say bolts cannot kill you. Our agent shook him, and Otis cried out, Oh, my good father, don't kill me. Oh, I am so bad. Oh, I will do everything you say. I will say no. I will never say no to anything you will say. I will do just as my men are doing. I will not go away, and you will forgive me. Our agent said, All right, Otis. Don't let me hear any more of your talk, do you hear? You shall not fool with me, and don't say any more to your own people. No, good father, I will not say anything more. So they shook hands and were good friends afterwards. Our good agent gave him a red blanket and red shirts and hat and pants and shoes. He gave him everything he could think of and told him to give back all the things belonging to his people. So we got along happily afterwards, and Otis was the first one to be ready with his men when our agent wanted some work done. We were all good friends, and our agent liked my people, and my people loved him. All his men were good men. My people did some work during the winter. There were 3 miles of a ditch to make, and they all worked on it. There was only a half a mile to be finished when a very long letter came one day, and Mr. Parrish called all the men to come in the evening. He told us that we had 292 enemies in Canyon City. He said that the name of the captain of these was Judge Curry. This man wanted the west end of our reservation. And our big father in Washington wanted to know what we thought about it. These white men, he said, have talked to your father in Washington, saying that you are lazy and will not work. Leggins and Egan said, our father, you are here to talk for us. Tell our big father that we do not want to give up any of our reservation. We want it all. The Pyramid Lake Reservation is too small for us all, and the white people have already taken all the best part of it. We cannot all live there, and in case they take it all, we can have this to live on. There are a great many of our people, and we do not want to give up any of our land. Another thing, we do not want to have white people near us. Ooh. We do not want to go where they are, and we don't want them to come near us. We know what they are and what they would do to our women and our daughters. I got to read that part again. You see, they're on the Malheur in Oregon. This is 1875-ish. So about a year or two has gone by after Miss Sarah, and then have gotten to straighten things out with the government. But there are, going back to the story, there are a great many of our people, and we do not want to give up our land. Another thing, we do not want to have white people near us. We do not want to go where they are, and we don't want them to come near us. We know what they are and what they would do to our women and our daughters. Because the white men would get drunk and go and rape the women. Because, you know, that was just the way they were. They wouldn't rape a white woman, but they would rape an Indian in a heartbeat. Back to the story. Our white father told us he would write and tell all we said to our big father in Washington. So we lived happy all winter. At last, our schoolhouse was done, and my people were told that it was ready, and for the little children to come to school. It was the first day of May in 1876. Mrs. Parrish was to be teacher, and I was to help her and get the same pay for teaching the children English. I had given up my position as interpreter to my cousin Jerry because he was almost blind. I asked Mr. Parrish to give it to him because he had a wife and daughter and no way of making a living for them. So Mr. Parrish sent for him to come and take my place. On the 1st of May, Mrs. Parrish and I opened the school. She had her organ at the schoolhouse and played and sang songs, which my people liked very much. The schoolhouse was full, and the windows were thrown open so that the women could hear too. All the white people were there to sing for them. I was told to tell the children to sing. All of them started to sing as well as they could. Oh, how happy we were! We had 305 boys, 23 young men, 69 girls, and 19 young women. They learned very fast and were glad to come to school. Oh, I cannot tell or express how happy we were. Mrs. Parrish, the dear, lovely lady, was very kind to the children. We all called her our white lily mother. Now, for those of you who may have come in late, I am reading from the book Life Among the Paiutes, 1875, Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins. And this is the first where the Paiutes have been called into the where they've been called into the reservation. And oh, my dog is going. Let's hope. What is it, Duggar? He's got his tail up and his nose to the window. Something's outside. So back to the story. We had not been teaching but about 3 weeks when very bad news came. Our white father, Parrish, told me to tell all the people to come to the schoolhouse. They all came with sad faces because I had already told them that our white father was going to leave. He told us he had received a letter from our big father, a better man than he. I am sorry to leave you, said Mr. Parrish, because I know I can make a good home for you. The man who is coming here to take care of you all is a good man. He can teach you better things than I, and maybe he will do more than I can. You must do just as he wants you to do. Go right along just as you have done while I was with you. You all know who he is. He used to live in Canyon City and have a store there. My people began to say to one another, we know him then. The mail carrier said, I know him, for I know he had a store there. So cheap. You have something against our father. You might have done it without thinking that something would come of it. You all know that white men make a mountain of little things. And some of them may have heard something and told it on him. They all said, we have nothing bad to say against our father. Why should we do so when he has been so good to us? Otis got up and said, we will not let our father go. We will fight for him. Why should we let him go? We have not sent for another father to come here. He has been doing everything for us, and we have made no complaints against him. We will all stand by him. He has taught us how to work, and that's what we want. And the white lily is teaching our children how to talk with the paper, which I like very much. I want some of the young men to go and tell our father, Winnemucca, to come here as soon as he can. I know he will think as I do. I say once more, we will not let him go. Now they're talking about Mr. Parrish, their Indian agent. I told our agent everything that was said by my people. Then he told me to say to them that it was not because he had done anything that was not right that he must go away. It was because they said he was not a Christian, and that all the reservations were to be under the Christians' men's care. How about that? Before I go, he said, I am going to plant for you and help you all I can. I will give Egan and Otis land for peas. Otis just on the other side of the river for him and his men, and Egan at the warm spring, which is just half a mile away on the east, and to Jerry Lang and Sarah Winnemucca and others on this side of the river. Come right along just as before, and we will plant whatever you want for the winter. Your new father will not be here until the 1st of July. He asked each one of us what we wanted planted. Egan said, I want potatoes and a little wheat. O.T. said the same. My cousins asked me what I wanted. I said, we have horses enough to knead oats and barley. Mr. Parrish said, just as you like. I said, I will have wheat and you oats, and we will all have all kinds of vegetables. Then our white father said to Egan, there are 8 plows. Some of your men can help to plow, and we will get everything in. He also told Egan that he could not keep Jerry any longer as interpreter. My cousin was married to Egan's niece, and Mr. Parrish gave me back my place as interpreter. All my people went as before. In a very short time, everything was put in the ground. During that time, General O. Howard and his daughter and Captain Slayton came to visit us. Now, I am reading from the book Life Among the Paiutes, written by Sarah Winnemucca Hopkins, 1892. We were all very glad to see Captain Slayton. He came to see if my people would allow him to build a military post at a place called Otis Valley, 10 miles from the agency. He wanted to move Camp Harney to that place. The sub-chief, Egan, said to him, I like all the soldiers very much. We must see first what our brother Winnemucca says. We have sent for him, and we look for him every day. When he comes, he can tell you whether you can build there or not. General Howard said, all right, you can tell Mr. Parrish, and he will write to me. I'm very glad you are getting along so nicely here. I like to see all the Indians get along in this way. Go on just as you are doing. You will soon be like all the white people. Egan got up and said to him, you are our big soldier, father. We would like to have you come and see us and see that no bad man come and take away our land. You will tell your soldiers to keep them off the reservation. He promised he would see to it. And he stayed all night. The school stopped at this time. Our names were put each on our grain field or garden. My father came and told him all, and we went to see the agent. My father took his hands in his and said, "My good father, you shall not leave me and my people. Say you will not go." Mr. Parrish answered, "It is not for me to say. I would like to stay, but your big father in Washington says that I must go, and that a better man is coming here. You will like him, I know." Father said, "I do not want anyone but you. I'm going to see the soldier father tomorrow. I know that they will keep you here for me, or I think they can if they wish to." Mr. Parrish said, "They can do nothing against the government." What a statement. They can do nothing against the government. My father sat a long time without saying a word. At last, Mr. Parrish said, "Come with me, Winnemucca. I want to give you some things. Come with me." So we went to our storehouse. After we got there, Father stood in one corner of the room like one that was lost. Mr. Parrish said, "What kind of clothes do you want?" Father said, "I don't want anything if you're not going to stay with me. I don't want anything from you because it will make me feel so badly after you are gone." It is the way we Indians do. We never keep anything belonging to our dearest friends because it makes us feel so badly. And when any of our family die, everything belonging to them is buried and their horses are killed. When my poor mother was yet living, every time we went near the place where my poor grandfather was buried, she would weep. I told Father the way white people did if they were to part for a long time was to give each other something to remember each other by, and they would also keep another's picture if he was dead. "Father," I said, "you had better take what he gives you, for he will feel badly if you don't." So Father took everything Parrish gave him, and the next morning, Father, Egan, Otis, and myself started for Camp Harney to see the officer there. We arrived at Camp Harney, distant 50 miles or so, at about 5 o'clock. We rode up to the commanding officer's quarters, and I said, "Major Green, my father has come to see you and to have a talk with you." "Well, Sarah," said he, "tell your father to come at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Have you a place to stop at while you are here?" I said, "Yes, I have a lady friend here. Father and I can stop with her." "And where will these other two men stop?" I said, "I don't know." "But let me see," said he. "They can stop with my men. I will give them a note to the sergeant. I then told Egan and Otis to go to the place, and Father and I went to Mrs. Kennedy, and she and her husband were very glad to see us. I told her all about our trouble at the Mauhauer agency. In the morning, at the appointed time, we went to the office. There were all the officers in waiting for us to hear what Father had to say. They thought we had come to tell something against our agent, for they were the same officers that had the other agent sent away. They were all astonished when my father said to Major Green, "My great soldier father, I am in great trouble and want you to help me. You can if you will. I have come to you in my trouble, knowing that you are our best friends when I and my people are good. Your soldiers have always stood by us. You took us as your prisoners. You know how the white people are, always saying Indians are bad and steal cattle. They tell you these things so you can kill us all off. Now they want my reservation. They are sending away my agent. My men and I have not sent for another agent. We all like our good agent, Mr. Parrish. We don't want him to leave us. He gives us everything we want. He and his men are all friendly. They are teaching us how to work, and our children are learning how to read just like your children. What more do we want? There can be no better man than he, and why send him away? Oh, my good soldier father, talk on paper to our big father in Washington and tell him not to take him away. I tell you, I never saw white men like them in all my life. I have a reservation at my birthplace called Pyramid Lake. For so many years, not one of the agents ever gave me or my people an old rag. I am just come from there. My people have nothing to live on there, what little fish they can catch. And the best land is taken from there by the whites. I saw a great many of my people. They say they will come here to make good homes for themselves. He stopped and then said, "Will you help me, Major Green? I will send all you have said to your father in Washington. I am sorry, but Mr. Parrish is to leave." He then asked me all about it. I told him everything I knew and our new agent's name. Mr. Parrish called him Major Reinhardt. Major Green told Father he would do all he could for him and his people. The next morning, we went back. I told Mr. Parrish what my father said to the officer, and he laughed. On the 28th of June in 1876, our new agent, Major Reinhardt, arrived. My people were all very sad indeed. Our dear mother, as we called Mrs. Parrish, and all the rest were gone, except Mr. Sam Parrish, our agent. He was with us yet with one man, the head farmer, Damon by name. Our agent took Major Reinhardt all over the place and showed him how we had got us fixed, showed him where the field of each one was. Our agent had had our names written on boards to show who the fields belonged to. After he had shown him all our gardens, he took him to our storehouse, told him all the goods were to be issued right away. He said, I was going to issue now because I have not done it in this spring. Some of the goods for this year's issues have not come yet. I have sent for coats and pants and hats so the men need not wear blankets while they are working. He said to Major Reinhardt, these Indians are very good to work. They are always ready to do whatever I tell them to do. They are honest, and we will do what they can. He also told him how often he issued rations. After he had turned everything over to the new agent, he was going to leave. At the dinner, Mr. Parrish said to the new agent, Sarah has nice fields of wheat, and the next field to hers is Jerry Lang's. His field has oats. Mr. Reinhardt did not say anything. After dinner, Mr. Parrish, who is dearly loved by my people, went away. That was the last my people saw of him. 2 days afterwards, that is the 13th of June, Major Reinhardt's men came. 2 men called Johnson, brothers. L. Johnson had a family. One came as school teacher, and the one with a family was blacksmith. They were the poorest looking white people I had ever saw. The 2 men did not have decent pants, but the next day I saw them with new ones, such as Mr. Parrish gave to my people. And a woman came to me and asked me if I had any dress goods. I asked her what kind of dress goods she wanted. She said calico, and I sold her 10 yards to make her a dress. Then came the farmer. His family name was Howell. Then the clerk, our agent's nephew, and then the agent's family. In a few days, they were all well clothed, men, women, and children. I was now all alone as my father left the next day after Mr. Parrish went away. One day, Egan and Otis came to me and said, we know this man who is going to be our father. He is a bad man. He used to be over at Canyon City. He has sold me many bottles of firewater. Yes, said Otis, we know him well. Just then he came along towards us. He held out his hand to the 2 sub-chiefs and said, how do you do? He said to me, Sarah, tell them I want them to come to me tomorrow. I want to have a talk with them. Tell them to tell old Winnemucca to come too. I said, my father is gone. Where is he gone? Well, I said, to Pyramid Lake Reservation. Reinhardt asked, will he be back soon? I responded, I don't know, sir. Next morning, Egan and Otis came with their men. Now, Sarah, he said, tell your people that the big father in Washington has sent me here. He told me how I must make you all good people. This land which you are living on is government land. If you do well and are willing to work for government, government will give you work. Isn't that special? Yes, government will do more than that. It will pay you $1 a day. Both men and women will get the same. Boys who can do a day's work will get the same. That is what the big father in Washington told me to tell you. All the time he was talking, my people hung their heads. Not one looked at him while he talked. He stopped talking. My people passed some jokes and laughed at him because he was trembling as if he was afraid. Egan said to Otis, "You'd better talk to your father," he said. "I don't want to talk to such a man," Otis said. "I am not a boy. I am a man. I am afraid he will die if I talk to him." And I said, "Say something to him." Then Egan got up and said, "Our Father, we cannot read. We do not understand anything. We don't want the big father in Washington to fool with us. He sends one man to say one thing and then another to say something else. The man who just left us told us the land was ours, and what we do on it is ours. And you come and say it is government land and not ours. You may be all right. We love money as well as you. It is a great deal of money to pay. There are a great many of us, and when we work, we all work. Our Christian agent got mad and said, "Egon, I don't care whether any of you stay or not. You can all go away if you do not like the way I do. Our good Father does not understand me." I did not say I would not work. Otis said, "Don't say any more. We will all go to work and then see how much he will pay us." Then the agent said, "When I tell you to do something, anything, I don't want any of you to dictate to me, but to go and do it." When I told them what he said, they all jumped up and went away. The next morning, men, women, and boys went to work. Some went into the field to cut the grain, some to mow hay, and some to cut rails for fences. Some went to cut wood and some to haul it in. Everybody was busy all week. Saturday at 6:30, my people came right from their work to get their pay, men, women, and boys. 38 women, 43 boys, and 1,909 men. We all went to the agent's office. I went in first and said, "All of my people have come to get their pay." "Well," said Reinhardt, "tell them to come in." Then he began to write: blankets, $6. Coats, $6. Pants, $5. Shoes, $3. Socks, 50 cents. Woolen shirts, $3. Handkerchiefs, 50 cents. Looking glasses, 50 cents. Sugar, 3 pounds for $1. tea, $1 per pound. Coffee, 2.5 pounds for $1. Shawls, $6. Calico, 10 yards for $1. Unbleached muslin, 4 yards. The rations they have had are worth about $4 a week. And then they have $2 left to get anything they want out of the storehouses. Some of my men said, "Let us go. Why do we fool with such a man?" A good many got up and left. Egan, the sub-chief, got up and said, "Why do you want to play with us? We are men, not children. We want our father to deal with us like men and tell us just what he wants us to do. But don't say you are going to pay us money and then do not do it. If you had told us you wanted us to work for nothing, we had have done it just as well if you had said, 'I will pay you.' We did not ask you to pay us. It is yourself that said you would see the government paid us, and we would like to have you pay us as you said. You did not say anything about the clothing, nor about what we ate while we were working. I don't care for myself, but my men want their pay, and they will go on with their work just the same. Money go, goods are too dear. We can go to our soldier fathers and get better blankets for $3 other than yours." He said, "Well, I will give you an order on a store in Canyon City, which belongs to your big father in Washington, where you can get all the nice things." Egan got up again and said, "Our good father, Sam Parrish, sent for those things which are in the store for us and to pay them. And we don't want you to pay anything." He turned around to his men and said, "Go home." Then our Christian father again forgot himself and said, "If you don't like the way I do, you can all leave here. I am not going to be fooled with you, by you. I never allow a white man to talk to me like that." Sarah said, "All my people went away to their camps. They sent for me during the night. I went to see what they wanted with me. The head men were all together. Then Egan asked me what I thought about our new father. I said, "I don't know. What do you think about him? Do you think what he tells us is true? Are we to lose our home? It looks that way, don't it?" I said. "I have nothing to say. I am only here to talk for you all." They asked, "What do you think we had better do? Where shall we go? He tells us all to go away. We have no way of getting our living. If he would only give us what we have raised, we could live on with that this winter." Some of the women said, Our children will surely die of hunger. I said, we will wait and see what he will do. Otis said, let us go and tell our soldier fathers about him. I said, no, we must wait. The next day was Sunday, and there was nothing to do. Some of my people came to make a home with us who were never on the reservation before. I went to them, and they said, we have come to make a home with you. We heard that your white father was so good to all, so we thought we would come here. And then I said, our good father has gone away, and there was another one here. And I don't know what he is going to do for us. And they said, we have nothing to eat. And I said, today is the day when people don't work. It is called Sunday. It is the day when the white people talk with the Spirit Father. And the agent told me to tell my people never to come for anything on Sunday. Tomorrow is ration day. I will go and see him anyway. I went to him and said, Mr. Reinhard, some of my people have come here to make a home with us. They were never here before. They say they have nothing to eat, and this is why I came to speak to you. Excuse me for coming on Sunday to tell you of my people's wants. He told me to say to them that he was not going to issue any more rations to them. And I said, very well, I will tell them. I went and got my horse and told one of my cousins to saddle it while I went to tell Jerry, my cousin, my father's sister's son. Our agent and he were talking about me. I heard him say, I shall have her go away, and if you want to be my friend, I will give you a good living if you do as I want you to. I heard my cousin say, I will do whatever you say. I did not go in, but went back and got upon my horse and went to the Otis camp and told them what the agent told me to say to them. We all went then to the sub chief's camp and told him. And I said, you can talk it over amongst yourselves and think what is best to do. Egan told some of the young men to go with me and tell Jerry to come. Jerry was his son-in-law. After I got home, as I was sitting in the doorway, I heard such a scream. I looked round and to my horror saw our agent throw a little boy down on the ground by his ear and kick him. I did not go to the rescue of the little boy, but sat still. At last the boy broke from him and ran. The agent ran after him around the house, but the little boy outran him. He looked over at me and saw me looking at him. He then came towards me. I hung my head and did not look up. He said, Sarah, that little devil laughed at me because I asked him to go and tell Jerry that I wanted him to come to my house. I will beat the very life out of him. I won't have any of the Indians laughing at me. I want you to go tell them that they must jump at my first word to go. I don't want them to ask why or what for. Now, do you understand what I am saying? I said, yes, sir. I will tell them. I said, Mr. Reinhardt, that little boy never meant to laugh at you. He thought you were saying something nice to him. And another thing, he cannot understand the English language. I am your interpreter. Whatever you say to me, I am always ready to do my duty as far as it goes. After he went away, my cousin Jerry came to me and said, Sister, I don't think it's right that you should always tell everything to our people. I said, Dear brother, I have not told anything but what I was told to tell them. We Indians always call our cousins brothers and sisters. Now, in case you just came in, it's been an hour, almost 2 hours. Wow. I'm still reading from, uh, why, there you are.
I'm back.
I'm still reading
I'm,
from the book, A Life with the Paiutes.
oh, wow. I don't have that book.
No, I think you sent this to me.
Oh, maybe I did. I don't know. I don't remember.
But I got
Maybe
a
I did.
couple. Well, there's too many more pages.
Well, if I sent it to you, then I have it.
That's a brand new book, and
Oh.
I had it down here, and all of a sudden today, I can't touch the computer. It will lock up. I can't use the cursor, and if I wanted to read from the other stories, I can't get there from here without the whole thing locking up.
Oh,
So
wow.
I got you. I got the camera to work and sound to work, and I said I ain't touching another
Well,
thing.
it's a good thing you got hard copy, right? Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah, and
sorry.
so here, as you're coming in, I can sort of wrap up what happens here to this Mr. Reinhardt character. They don't kill him, but they give him a hard time, and he tries to teach them the Christian way by beating the children
Oh, that's quite the nice way, right?
and tearing their ears off and stuff. And so finally they all basically say, you know, to heck with you, dude. And
Yeah.
they show him. They all show up for work, even though he refuses to pay them. He wants to pay them in clothes, and they want their money, $1 a day, you know. And
Yeah.
so that's not a lot of money, but in 1876 is when this story was wrapping up. So they basically got their way. They got their money, they got their wheat, they got their oats and barley in, and they did make it through the winter. So that's the end of that chapter. But anyway, Life of the Paiutes.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Well, where are we? I'm sorry, I had to go chase a goat, and I don't know where the goat went. Tell you the truth, it's gone. I don't know. I looked everywhere. There's a lot of area to look. We looked a mile down the road this way, and a mile down the road that way, and a mile over there, and nothing. Then it got dark, so I don't know. Just have to wait till morning.
Do you think the goat will come home?
I hope so, because I don't know where it is. Somebody texted me and said, hey, do you have a goat and a mama and a baby? And they're walking down the fence line. And I'm thinking, which fence line? There's a lot of fence lines. So anyway.
Did they tell you?
They didn't tell me. They just said the fence line. I'm like, I don't even know who it was. How did they get my number? I don't even know. So I'll have to find out tomorrow.
Well, at least they let you know, whoever it was, right?
Yeah, well, I know that the goat was out there and the dog chased it off, and then I don't know what happened, but it was a mess. Lucky says goats cause a lot of trouble. Yeah, they do. It was a mama and the two babies, and the one baby went with her, and the other baby stayed here. So now I just have one baby. How about that? Oh boy. Yeah. So moving on. Did you do cards yet?
No, I just stayed with reading that the chapter.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we should do cards because it's already 11:15 there. So my time. Might as well get those cards pulled, and I'll pull the stuff up, and we'll have to do my part some other day. Otherwise, we'll have a 3-hour show. Well, thank you for covering for me. But
yeah,
I was
for those of you that
expecting that.
I can't read the chat, so I don't know if anybody's been responding or not, or how many are here, or
oh yeah, there's a bunch here. 6 people in the chat, at least. Lucky's here. We got elderberries in the house. He's already picked frog, wolf, snake, dragonfly, deer, dog, and no cheating this week.
No cheating.
He says Chloe's got bear, rabbit, porcupine, grouse, butterfly. There you go. So we got John Price in the house. We have to reset. Elderberry. Oh, there's Nina. She popped in. Let's see. Anybody else? Hiya. There you go. There you go. Yeah, thank you. Sorry I was running a little late. Well, I was running a little late. I got that call just before. There's Witchy Moons in the house. There you go. Badger, turkey, whale, dog, raven, buffalo, porcupine, lynx, and coyote. She's got a good spread there. So with that, we're all ready. I'm all ready anyway. Sorry, I was just running around in the dark there looking at chasing through the cows. Oh my gosh, what a night. An adventure, that's for sure. Wasn't expecting that. They'll be around tomorrow. I ain't too worried. Not unless they get on the highway and get hit by a truck. But the highway's a long ways away. We'll have to see. I can search more tomorrow. They got to be here somewhere. At night, they bed down, and they'll bed down. And if the coyotes don't get them, well, they'll come back, or maybe. I don't know. What an interesting evening. Should check my phone tomorrow, or more often. Maybe that's what I should do. But hey, it is what it is.
Boy, this is an interesting spread. Man, oh man, I can't believe this.
Uh-oh. What do we got? Well, no way Elderberry can figure it out tonight.
Nope. All right, so, man, what a crazy spread. Let me get to him here. Holy mackerel. So, first card, porcupine, upside down. Next card, coyote, upside down. Yep. Third card, lizard, right side up. Fourth card, hawk, upside down. Fifth card, mountain lion, upside down. Skunk, upside down. And last card is turkey, right side up. Boy, what a mess.
Skunk,
All right, so
skunk and turkey, huh?
skunk, yep. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those 7 cards upside down. That's not
Jeez.
necessarily negative, but it does mean something people need to get off their butts to do, you know? So deep breath, get some coffee.
Lizard, hawk. I missed one here. Mountain lion, right? Mountain lion. Okay, mountain.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mountain lion, then skunk.
Mountain lion, skunk. Okay, porcupine, coyote, lizard, hawk, mountain lion, skunk, and turkey. Okay, and let's see. Witchy Moon's got turkey right. Chloe's got porcupine. Oh, the porcupine was in there? Do I get porcupine? Yeah, that was the first one. And who else got some? Anyway, okay. Lucky's got spider and hummingbird. Goat has a lot of trouble. I'm trying to get everybody's stuff. Elderberry's got wolf, dragonfly, deer, dog, cheating. Oh, he didn't get nothing. That's kind of funny. Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right. Porcupine is innocence. And porcupine won't attack anything unless it's being attacked. And if anybody gets near a porcupine, you know, porcupine just turns around and coyote will get a mouthful of quills. So the understanding of porcupine is to understand innocence. But if you're pulling the you are giving yourself a timely warning that you cannot win the game of life if you're too serious. So that's what porcupine is doing. Right off the bat is saying, don't be too serious in life. Oh, my nose is running. Oh, here we go. Hang on, y'all. When my nose starts to run, it's like a faucet. That's gross. And the reason I cut my beard. So contrary, porcupine is saying that you might be too serious. Is it possible that life has recently dealt you a hard blow? Well, there are a lot of people that are saying and thinking that, oh, you know, life right now under the Republicans and Trump is so horrible and we don't have any rights, and that's all just BS. But people can get that in their head. The ill-dignified porcupine may be forcing you to be vulnerable so that you can regain hope. So porcupine is telling you, don't be so serious. Now, the next card is coyote, which in the book, porcupine is 12, coyote is 13. So they're next to each other in the book. So as we know, coyote is coyote, is the trickster. So, we just know by what Coyote does on the Roadrunner, right? He's always trying to get the Roadrunner, but his missions always fail. But the thing about the Coyote is he never gives up. So, but if Coyote appears in the reverse position, you can be assured that he is going to be a contrary and a pain in your backside. So, innocence, quit being so serious. And Coyote's like, I'm going to be a pain in your rear end if you don't do whatever, right? So, contrary Coyote may signal a time when everything you touch backfires. Coyote can also signal a time to be aware of the intentions of others. Be careful of what others may be, planning for you. And so the next card right side up is Lizard. And that's the number 36 in the book. I got to go a little further. And Lizard is about the dream time, right? Dreaming. So Lizard sat under the ledge. Snake came in and said, "Can I share your space?" And Snake was like, "You're always asleep." And Lizard was like, "No, I'm not asleep. I'm in the dream time." So Snake wanted to know what this is all about. And Lizard said, "Dreaming is going into the future. You go into to where the future lives." So here's Porcupine saying, the innocence of. Coyote saying, "Don't be fooled by somebody because you may be." And Lizard is saying, think about the future, where the future lives. So if Lizard has dreamed of space in your cards today, it may be a time to look and see what is following right along behind you. In other words, you might have some good ideas that you have not acted upon. So Lizard may be telling you to pay attention to your dreams and their symbols. Okie doke. Coyote, be aware somebody might be trying to fool you with something. Oh no. Are you still there? Okay. I touched the dang thing and now my screen has changed.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, not
I'm here.
again. Oh, golly Moses. I do not know what happened to this computer, but it updated one day and the mouse has gone crazy and it's really strange. So, um, Blizzard is telling you to, pay attention to your dreams and of what might be future events. And not necessarily to be, afraid, okay? But now the next card up is number 2 is Hawk, upside down. If Hawk is reversed, it may be because you've shut down your powers of observation. And that's interesting because I was thinking about doing a live stream about observation and being alert to your surroundings. So that's interesting. Hawk came in upside down in these cards. When you allow your emotions to override your perceptions, the message from Hawk cannot penetrate the chaos and the confusion. So if you're always, asking the creator to give you, a heads up, if your brain is always in chaos and confusion, you might miss the message altogether. So that's what Hawk is telling you upside down. At this point, you are asked to be mindful of the honest observer's neutral position. In other words, you might see something and go, "I hate that color blue." but it might not be blue at all. It's just the way the sun's shining on it. And so you can get all emotional about, I don't like the color blue, when it actually turns out to be a different color that you actually like. So emotional coloring is a tendency of hawk medicine people when they are off balance. So I didn't read the next sentence, but emotional coloring is its true meaning. So be careful. I've used the color blue as a it just come into my head, and then the next few is all about the color. Ego can clip the wings and leave hawk grounded. So, lizard saying, look into the future, pay attention, and hawks being like, don't let your emotions become involved, that you need to keep um, you need to keep the observations neutral. So next one up is mountain lion, number 17 in the book. That's interesting. You know, be careful of your emotions and don't let the chaos get in the way. You got to make sure that you can hear the message from Hawk. And mountain lion is about leadership. So, sorry, excuse me. Oh, and by the way, I went to my cardiologist yesterday, had an EKG, and it was good, and I'm passed for another 6 months. So, contrary mountain lion. If mountain lion is reversed, you may be playing with fire. A leader who tries to lead through tyranny or dictatorship, like you better do this, quite literally, it's like this the story that I was reading about, Major Reinhardt. He was going to beat it into you. And so, the reversal of this medicine, you may be tricked into believing that nothing else has validity except the ideas created by yourself. Watch out. If you're avoiding taking your place of leadership, it could be because the whole idea scares you silly. So you may overtake, somebody to lead us and you jump in there, but that you're going to demand everybody do as you say. And that could be the absolute, that never works. But if you're taking your place, or if you're avoiding taking leadership when you know better, that's just as bad as shaking your finger at folks. So Hawk is saying, don't let the chaos, cloud your ears. Lizard is saying, look into the future, and look to the dream time. Um, Coyote, and don't let others be fooling you. Don't get caught up in it. And, Porcupine is like the innocence of it all, that you can't be too serious. You have to accept things. And Skunk is number 7, and it's upside down as well. Interesting card spread tonight, I tell you. And Skunk is about reputation. So, are you going to get your reputation hung up in this? Skunk medicine, in the contrary, indicates that your self-esteem may seem to others if you as if you're putting on other as if you are putting on airs. In other words, you're making it up, and people will see you as fake or phony. So if you're in a place of leadership and you're not wanting to do that, there may be people that are looking at you going, he or she is fake and phony. So you don't want that, right? You want to show that skunk, because skunk says if your ego is not your amigo, you know it stinks. So to balance the causes and effects, you must decide whether or not you need to spray in the direction of others to either attract them or repel them. So be careful if you're, worrying about a place of leadership. And it could be that you know, you're just going to be the person that helps write a letter or something. If you know better than somebody else, stand up and raise your hand, Yet it is responsibility. And Skunk says, to make sure to retain your vital energy because you may be stinking up the place. And don't, people may think you're a fake. So deal with it. And the last card up is number 31, Turkey. And Turkey is about the giveaway. Yep, Turkey is about the giveaway, and it's straight up. So Turkey was the medicine of many saints and mystics. Celebrate the turkey medicine. The virtues are many. Oops. Turkey is actually thought to be the giveaway eagle or the south eagle of many native peoples. The philosophy of giveaway was practiced by many tribes. Simply stated, it is the deep and abiding recognition of the sacrifices of both self and others. So, in all of this, at the end of it all, Turkey is saying, this is not out of some kind of sense of self righteousness or moralism or a religious guilt, but it is our inane feeling inside to give to others. So, depending on how Turkey is in your cards today, you're being given a gift. This gift could be spiritual, material, or even intellectual. Congratulations! You may have just won the lottery, or the gift may be a beautiful sunset, or the smell of a fragrant flower. On the other hand, you may feel the spirit of giving growing within you and wanting you to share with others. So Skunk is saying, be careful that, people may think you're a fake. And Mountain Lion's like, if you need to stand up and be a leader, then do so. Hawk, keep the chaos out of your head so you can hear the messages from the Creator. Lizard, stay into the dream time and watch what your dreams say and watch what the messages are. Coyote, upside down, don't be fooled by others. Don't get yourself in a mess. And Porcupine is upside down, is that you may be taking things too serious. So is that a bad stretch of cards? 5 out of 7 were upside down. And so for me, that's really interesting. But in the end of it all, Turkey has given you a gift. So smile. It may be the sunset. It may be me sitting here yakking with you. That's your gift for tonight. You have me. Oh, God.
Yep.
What?
You pulled the show through one-handedly. Thank you so much.
Single-handedly. Well, then we got the cards. I was a little worried because I didn't know if you were coming back or when.
I was trying.
But I almost got through that entire chapter.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Lucky must like goats. I like goats too, but I don't know why this one's being so difficult. It's been hanging around the house for a long time, and all of a sudden the dog chases it once and it takes off and never comes back. It's like it's running around out there with a rope on it. So
Maybe it
got a
won't
collar.
cook itself to death.
I know. Oh, well, I mean, fields as far as the eye can see, and I can't see a goat. I seen a deer, several deer, and an antelope or two, but no goat. Oh, well. But anyway.
But if they lay down close to the ground to bed, you can't see them.
Yeah, one's white, so it should be easy to see, and who knows, maybe
when they lay down close to the ground, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Well, so maybe in the morning they'll come back.
Yeah, you're going through that now.
And just listen for the coyotes tonight. Dinner's out there. Yeah. Goat barbecue is the best, John Bryce says. Right now, I feel like barbecuing those goats. But anyway, 2 hours. Look at that, 2:01. Anyway, glad y'all came. Sorry you didn't get to talk. We were going to talk about the Comanche tonight, about the Buffalo Hump battle, and it was good. Lucky says I grew up with goats. It was awesome, but he thought he was a dog. Yeah, goats do. Once they get tamed down, they're real friendly. All the others did whatever they wanted. Yeah, if you get a goat you can tame them down and get them really food and friendly, they're just like a dog. You know, I got these goats. I thought, well, maybe I could raise one up to I seen these ones on YouTube where they put little packs on them, and I thought, oh, that'd be so cute. If I go for a hike or something, I could just put all my stuff on the pack on the goat, throw the goat in the back of the truck, and away I go. You know.
Yeah. So,
oh well, it's a thought. The goat just follows you and all your stuff in the backpacks, and I'm thinking it's better than me carrying that big, heavy backpack. Oh boy! And with that,
the goat runs off in the opposite direction with all your stuff.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. But who knows? Well, with that, everyone, thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry it was a little sketchy on my side, but you still got a good story, and we got the cards pulled. Thank you. Thank you, Hawkeye, for being here and backing me up. And thank you, everybody in the chat. Lucky, Elderberry, John Price, Witchy Moon, Chloe, all of you. Thank you for participating and hanging in there all night. And with that, I want to wish everybody a happy and safe weekend coming up. And remember to go out and do something for your neighbor, your cousins, your brothers, your something, and just make a difference in this world. Because you know what? What's the most important thing? You want to be the frequency you want to receive, everybody. Love you all. Peace, everybody.
Cheers.